Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Caleb Hudson here with Barstool Neers, and I'm sitting with former two-star recruit as well. This just seems to be something I'm saying often. Jordan Fehr, now turned Minnesota Viking. Jordan, welcome to the show, man.
Caleb, my man, I appreciate you having me on. It's an honor.
Yeah, the pleasure is all mine. We're really excited to have you on. Jordan, you have had a exciting summer thus far, and prior to the summer, you get signed to the Minnesota Vikings. And not only that, but one of the biggest things, and I'm sure everybody out there knows this, you get engaged to the love of your life. How's that feel right now? Talk us through that.
Dude, it's been a crazy couple months for sure. Last weekend, I had the opportunity to get engaged to my girlfriend, Tristan. We met in college. She played soccer for App, and, we were just friends for a little while. But there's just something that once you know it's the one. I mean, I knew she was special from the beginning, and eventually started dating at the end of sophomore year, and then we've had a great relationship. God's blessed us in many ways, and once I got the opportunity in the NFL that I knew I could support her and us, went ahead and did the thing. So it was the best feeling of my life. So I'm excited for the future with her.
Yeah, everybody else was, elated that you and Tristan, obviously you guys are a gorgeous couple. Everybody loves y'all. Talk us through the leading up to the engagement, what that was like. You explained to me a little bit earlier. It was almost like playing football again. So walk us through that.
Really like game day. Like, honestly, like it was like an 8 p.m. primetime kickoff game where you're sitting in your hotel all day waiting to play. When you're trying to go through exactly how you want to do it, how you want to make it perfect for her, and I was going through over in my head what I wanted to do, and kind of just, I'm a big like practice, like routine kind of guy. So in my head, I'm trying to map everything out of how I want it to go. And of course, when you do that, normally it never really goes exactly the way you plan. So, I was definitely nervous in the beginning. Thankfully, we were at the beach, so I got to relax and chill all day, try to get my mind off of it. And then we were changed already, getting to go to dinner, and we were going to take pictures beforehand. And like when we pulled in the parking lot, I was just like, all right, like let's do this, let's go. I was ready to go. I was amped up, like before kickoff kind of deal, and did it. And it turned out not exactly the way I planned, but right on par with it. And of course, she said yes, and it was beautiful. So very happy about it.
Yeah, and one thing leads to the next, but sometimes not going as planned is the best way possible.
Yeah, for sure. It's all about the moment.
It really is, and I'm glad to see that y'all enjoyed that and that you've been is super excited to move forward with your life with her. Let's talk about football a little bit. Jordan, your career hasn't always been sunshine and skittles, I should say, sunshine and rainbows. Let's talk about from your first game at App State. You contributed to special teams. You were playing against Miami. You had your first tackle then, to being the leading tackler for Appalachian State. What's that like?
Yeah, man, it's been a crazy roller coaster experience. I mean, something that college football teaches you, and honestly, any sport in general, is overcoming adversity. And I had to overcome a lot of adversity. My freshman year, I actually signed as an outside linebacker. Never really played outside linebacker, but with our scheme, coaches thought it fit the best. Started on all special teams first 3 games. I mean, my first start was against Tennessee on kickoff return.
How was that?
It was unbelievable. So like the stadium was so loud, you can't even hear yourself think or process, and everything happens so fast, especially as being a freshman. It was an unreal experience, and of course that was a heartbreaking loss. But yeah, like playing against Miami at home. Our fans are sleeping outside the night before. Like we're coming out of meetings and people are already standing outside throwing a football around. I mean, those are experiences that you'll never forget, And I had my red shirt. I was supposed to get red shirted, and a bunch of stuff happened that was out of my control, and that fell through. So ended up not getting my red shirt. So I got a year pretty much taken away from me. So I had to overcome that adversity, which hurt because I did everything right, and it was just more on the managerial side. But everything happens for a reason. God always has a plan, and you got to follow that and trust in him and know that everything will work out, which it did. Going to my sophomore year, I suffered a couple injuries. that thankfully I was able to play through, overcome, but it hurt me as far as trying to compete for a starting job. After my sophomore year, I really started to get back into the swing of things and ended up winning the starting inside linebacker job. And past 2 years have been history. So I've really just tried to take my opportunity and take off with it. But, like I said before, like you got to control what you can control, and those first 2 years, a lot of adversity hit me, but I kept my faith in God and kept pushing and kept working each and every day. And I had a great support system with my family, my friends, and they really helped me push through. And, I'm thankful that I did because, the past 4 years have been pretty good, not only for myself, but for App State as a team and a program and a school. So I'm very, very fortunate for all that's happened. I wouldn't change a thing because everything happens for a reason.
Well, you say everything happens for a reason. Everyone is super proud. You obviously persevered, and you talk about your relationship with God. Would you say that that relationship with Him, the man upstairs, has helped push you through the most troubling times and the trials and tribulations that you've been through?
100%. 100%. There's no question about it. Especially, so I was religious growing up. I was thankful I was to be able to grow up in a Christian household. We'd go to church, but I really started to grow my faith when I was out on my own in college. And especially my freshman year when you'd go through freshman workouts, you're at the bottom of the totem pole, you're trying to make it in school and football and forming friends, all that kind of stuff.
It's not balance.
Yeah, it's tough to balance not only, but just like the workouts we would go through would be so mentally and physically taxing, and practices and everything. Trying to adjust was so hard. I needed someone to talk to. I needed a foundation, a support system. So we would have 6 a.m. workouts. I'd be up at 5 a.m. reading my Bible, praying for Him to be with me throughout that day, and to protect and look over me and my family and all that kind of stuff. And at night, I would thank Him every single night. And that's a consistent thing I've been doing for the past 4 years now, which has helped me grow dramatically in my faith, and it's as simple as just having a relationship, talking with God, because no matter who you are, what you do, you're going to go through hard stuff in life. It's life, and you need someone or something to keep that firm foundation with you. And for myself and a lot of my teammates, a lot of my friends, that is Jesus Christ. So it's been the biggest blessing in my life for sure. And you have to have that mindset as a believer that no matter what happens, everything happens for a reason, and He's got you on the right path as long as you keep your faith in Him and trust in Him. So everything's going to work out, even when in the moment it might not. So very, very thankful for my relationship with God, and I continue to try to grow each and every day because it's not easy. It's very tough. So.
Yeah, and that's important to have that relationship. I think a lot of people misunderstand that because there are times when you're going to feel alone, but just having the opportunity to reach out to Him and pray and just almost be brought back down to earth and humble yourself for a little bit to take the time to talk to Him. I'm sure that's been you've been grateful for that. And obviously, look where you are now. God is looking over everyone, and including yourself. So you're very blessed. Watching you has been incredible. I've been really enjoying it. Jordan, you have this roller coaster of a career, but what blows my mind, and I'm sure a lot of other people's, is you made the most athletic freaks list as the number 3 FBS linebacker. 415-pound bench press, 4.45 40-yard dash, and 40.5-inch vertical. And I've seen you dunk in the SRC, and you're not even trying. So where do you get these God-given talents? Please, are your parents athletic, siblings?
So honestly, man, like a lot of people might see it as natural, but honestly, it's just from working. I'm the tallest in my family. I'm the farthest to make it along my dad played Division III baseball. But besides that, no one was like crazy, freakish, standout athlete, and honestly, that was just, when that got published, going into my senior year, that really kind of kickstarted like agents hitting me up and my name getting, building momentum. But that was honestly just a testament of all the hard work that I've been doing my whole life, really. I haven't really had a chance to prove that. And thankfully, when that list came out, it's just, to me, it wasn't it wasn't that big of a deal to me because it's what I do every day, and that's just showing people like I can't just roll out the door and run really fast and jump really high. No, I got to take care of my body. I got to work every day. I'm about to go train 6 days a week, every day for the past, I don't even know how long. It's just habits, routine. It's what I have to do. It's why I have a job today.
Yeah, I'm working on my 415-pound bench press right now.
So those numbers, man, they're great and all that kind of stuff, but that's just a testament to hard work, and that's just a testament to the great strength and conditioning staff that we've had at App State, and be able to show those numbers and show what a great program and organization we have. And at the end of the day, it's cliche, but hard work pays off, and when you grind and you keep pushing no matter what's happening to you, eventually you'll be rewarded. And thankfully that was through that. Along my boy Jalen Virgil, shout out to him. He's the definition of a freak. He's a real freak. So I'm the Robin to his Batman for real.
The sidekick, right?
He's elite for sure. But that's my boy. So thankfully we were both able to be on there and represent App State. So.
And you guys are able to push each other every day. And I don't think you should let anyone ever take away your hard work and momentum. But Jordan, you've definitely got some God-given athletic talent. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Speaking of the athletic side of things, you're a competitor. We've all seen it. You've got the drive. You're pissed off on the field. You run sideline to sideline, almost some might even call similar to Luke Kuechly style of play, and that's why you wear number 59, I'd imagine, having grown up in Charlotte. So Josh Queen wants to know, how do you shave a couple strokes off his golf game? Because he's looking to shoot below 123 sometime within in the short period here, but this is going to be a tough answer.
Yeah, definitely a tough answer. Me and my boy Josh went golfing the other day, and during this quarantine, you got to try to get away from. You can only work out and study your playbook and all that stuff for so long. So we went golfing the other day, and it was a tough day. You have good days, you have bad days, but we had a good time. Josh, I'm probably not the right person to ask about golf questions, maybe something football or something else related. But if I had to guess,
just hit better.
Josh is a really good baseball player. So he's got a beautiful swing, and you just got to stay consistent with it. And it's all, you drive for show, you putt for dough. So got to work on the putting game, brother.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. You drive for dough, or you drive for show, putt for dough. That's what we like to hear. Awesome. We'll go to another fan here. Green Dot Cooper wants to know, what was it like having Coach Dale Jones as your coach?
Coach Dale Jones is one of the best coaches that I've had, for sure. He's not only a great guy, but he's a great coach. He's super hard on you. He's going to bring the best out of you, but he wants the best for you too. So I've learned a ton from Coach Jones. He really took me under his wing, being in that inside linebacker room for a long time. And me and him are super close today. I went over to his house right before the draft to continue to prepare on the mental side, talking X's and O's. He was giving me good advice on how to translate my game from college to the NFL. And he's a great guy for sure, someone who I love playing for. He's a very intense, passionate guy, which is what you want in a coach.
Well, you both definitely pair well together, I'd imagine, with the intense and the passion and the drive to get done. And you want to see the results, and that's what you've gotten here. And to get results, you need to fuel right. So, Jordan, go to Cookout tray. You can tell a lot about a man with his Cookout tray. What are you getting when you're driving through that line, man?
I get the double burger, chicken quesadilla, and gosh,
honey mustard from the back. Got to. Honey mustard from the back.
Honestly, yeah, you can't really lose, bro. But I have to go the burger, the quesadilla, and the Cajun fries.
I double down on the Cajun fries.
So good, so good. And then the milkshake, doesn't matter what kind I love, but probably milkshake for me. I love a classic Oreo or peanut butter banana. I'm a big peanut butter chocolate kind of guy with my milkshake, so can't lose. But honestly, I don't go to Cookout a lot.
Are you sure? I couldn't tell by the physique there. All right, Darrington Evans, former teammate, now turned rival, I guess, in a manner of speaking. How does it feel to get the opportunity to play against Darrington? he hit me up, asked me to ask you this. So are you excited to tackle him? I mean, you guys got to see each other every day in practice. Now you're going to see each other on the gridiron. The big
Yeah, I can't wait, man. Coming in together, Darrington's been through a lot on the field as well, talking about overcoming adversity. And we'd be in there together in the training room and we'd have classes together. And Darrington's such a great guy and he deserves everything that he's getting right now. And I think we play week 3 or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but I can't wait to play. It's going to be fun. We're already planning the jersey swap after the game to represent App Nation. So I'm excited. I can't wait to see what he's going to do. He's going to do some amazing things, but that's my boy for life. He's a great guy on and off the field. So.
Yeah, he asked Tay Hayes last week if they would do a jersey swap, and Tay was a little bit offended by that question. So you already know what's coming. Darrington, don't.
Oh. Yeah, no doubt. That's what's up.
Yeah, he shouldn't ask questions he already knows the answer to, right?
Exactly.
Jordan, Will_Taylor23 wants to know, what player did you look up to the most as a kid? Who did you emulate your game after? I already mentioned Luke Kuechly. I imagine that's the direction you're going with this.
Yeah, for sure. So when I was a lot younger, like elementary school, middle school, I used to look up to Teddy Bruschi, middle linebacker for the Patriots. He suffered a stroke, came back to the NFL. He's got a book out there called Never Give Up, and it's unbelievable story. He's a ESPN analyst now, and he's a great guy for sure. Not only a great player, so I look up to him a lot. And then once he retired, once I got into high school, of course, being a Panthers guy, following Luke, that's why I wore 59. Not only because I had a very limited number of options coming in as a freshman, but I wanted to emulate my game after him. And a lot of people say that, they see similar things compared to his game, which is a great honor to hear for sure, because he's one of the best to ever do it. So I watch a lot of his tape. I try to pick up on his keys and little things that he does. So he's a great player. Definitely one of the best to ever do it. And, he's definitely someone that I've looked up to on and off the field for sure, and trying to emulate him.
Yeah, and as Chris Berman would say, obviously this defense of yours at App State, when you were playing the rumbling, bumbling, stumbling trio, you guys in that championship game was just magnificent. That was just an incredible game to watch all the way around. And how does it feel to go off into the sunset with that type of glory under your belt?
Yeah, it probably couldn't write it much better. Of course, that one loss will hurt forever, but it was.
Gosh.
I know it hurt, but you gotta live with it for sure. No, I mean, you couldn't have written any better. I mean, 4 years, 4 conference championships, 4 bowl game championships, did 5 in a row. I mean, being from Charlotte, beating both North and South Carolina at their place, having 2 individual career my best games, and to do that against the 2 schools that said I wasn't good enough to play for them, definitely felt good, and to be able to go 13-1, win another bowl game, finish 19th in the country, man. All that stuff is great.
But what 12th at the end of the season with USA Today. It was 12th. Yep.
Wow. So all the stats, all that stuff is great, but the biggest thing is just about y'all, man. It's about App Nation. It's about our fans. It's about putting the A on the map and just representing who we are as a program and as a school and all that kind of stuff. So it's much bigger than football. Any football player will tell you that the game is amazing, but it's what the game does. It brings people together. It represents a whole community. And to be able to put Boone, North Carolina on the map, to be able to go to the NFLPA game, and guys have so much respect for App State from all these bigger schools and stuff like that, and going throughout the recruiting process, like, oh, you're from App State, but y'all have such a great history and it's just a testament to the culture and the program and everything that we have up here on the mountain.
You guys have set the founding principle, and you're only going to get better as a program. And App State is noted to have some of the best fans in college football. Just want to put that out there. And real quick, before we close things out, we're going to do a new segment here, Fire Sale. This is where I just throw questions at you, and we'll see how fast you can give them back. Number one, favorite Netflix show.
Favorite Netflix show, All American.
Favorite Netflix movie.
Netflix movie. It has to be a Netflix original, or it's just on Netflix?
Anything on Netflix.
Dude, these are not fire questions. These are hard questions.
I said it was fire sale. Like, we got to keep going through these.
All right, Hitch, Will Smith.
Okay. Favorite rapper.
Oh, T.I.
Favorite song.
Everyone would tell me Dead and Gone because I performed that my freshman year for the App State football team. But probably Dead or Gone, or like whatever you like, something like that.
Favorite football team.
I guess the Vikings.
That was a
Growing up,
question.
yeah, trick question. Yeah, Vikings for sure.
All right, let's see. I had one more. Favorite restaurant in Boone.
I would have to say Bella's. Love Bella's.
Yeah, Bella's is great, but have you also tried Troy's Diner? Because that place is eating.
Oh, Sunday morning we're always in Troy's Diner, sitting at the bar, whole group of us.
Watching ESPN, getting a black coffee, and the Big Daddy's breakfast. You can't go wrong.
That's it, man. It's the best for sure.
Well, Jordan, it is always a pleasure to speak with you. Thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciated having you. We will get you on sometime mid-season if you have time, just to talk through what you've been going through and how the NFL career path has been going and what that adventure is like. So, Jordan, thank you again, and we really look forward to having you.
I appreciate you, my man. It's an honor to be on. And shout out to App Nation, NeersBarstool, everyone. We love y'all support. And go Neers, baby. We appreciate you.